This week, though. Ooh, let me put some earrings on. It's just me by myself here today in this giant beam of sunlight. Golly, look at that thing. That's what she said. Oh my God. What would I do without that's what she said? You guys seen me post pictures of my pillowcases that say, that's what she said. Oh, anywho, look at here. Let's see. My first Friday is 57. And look at this fun nail polish that I did. Now, if you haven't seen, this is what makes my world go around and what makes me happy is the fact that this is mood nail polish. You'll see the green. Now watch this. It goes into like a really cool green color. Anywho, it makes me happy. And I need something to make me happy. Look at this. Because this week, I like this dress, but obviously it makes me look like I'm bustier than I really am. This week, again, first day of spring or first week of spring. My birthday was on the 22nd, which is, in the year 2022. I think is pretty fancy. Let me know if you can hear me, by the way, or just comment and say, hey, girl. But golly, I mean, seriously, this week is kind of a shit show, isn't it? I am so excited about Ketanji Brown Jackson. But what I'm not excited about is how foolish people are acting. And listen, if you are anywhere on the side of somebody that's really Republican or conservative, you're probably not going to like this show. But I think you knew that already, and that's okay. Hi, Brooke Jones. It was your birthday too. There's another March girl, March baby. Steve Sells is here. I was just messaging with you. Hey, Steve, could you post the link for your friend that I just donated to? I would love that because I think we have to. I just left you the message about supporting local. Steve, you have a show on Sunday night too, a fashion show. I am Steve's unofficial muse for his clothing. I don't know what is going on with this dress. You need to dress me is what you need to do, Steve. He has beautiful models, but I consider myself the little like quiet unofficial muse because his styles are so gorgeous. And you've seen some fun pictures through the years of me wearing Steve's dresses. So, anywho, yeah, this week, not fun at all. Oh, good. Thank you for Johnny Edwards. Local, I'm not sure is he an artist? But what I was mentioning to Steve, what's been really tough is that we had the shootings here when several tattoo artists were killed not long ago. And then we have this gentleman who was attacked. And so we really need to, I don't know, I'm all about the local. Speaking of local, and then I'll get back on my rant about the Supreme Court. I have a lot of things to say about that. I got to see Leslie Dahlkemper today. He's a fashion photographer. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I got to see Leslie Dahlkemper today, who is a Douglas County commissioner. I met her when I did a talk for the Lakewood group, Alameda Connects. Man, I am loving like the local connection thing. I'm going to keep fussing. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Look at this. All right. See, I'm not here for your bullshit outfit, but you know what I like about this outfit? It's really soft. Anywho, I got to see Leslie today. I met her out in Lakewood and we just sat and talked about local community things and local politics. It's 2022, folks. Shit's going to happen. And if you're not paying attention to what Clarence Thomas's wife got away with, because I got to tell you, she got away with it. You're going to have a problem. We need to pay attention to local politics because, people get all the way up to the Supreme Court as a judge because they go through the system and nobody calls them on their bullshit. All right, let's take a drink. Let's do some bong breathing real quick. Hold on. Want to bong breathe? Put your feet on the floor. Deep breath in. Get it up in your teats. Hold it in like a good bong hit. And I need to send this to my mom, by the way, because she only watches me on YouTube. Hold on a second. I'm going to continue to YouTube. Hold on 1 second. I got to send this to my little momsy. All right, here we go. So the bong breathing is really good. What else was going on this week? Yes, so I had my birthday. That was super fun. I got to go. What did I do? Oh, I got to see that new goofy ass Sandra Bullock movie. Gotta tell you, it's super cute. I would suggest it. With what's going on in the world right now, I did not actually watch that much of the hearings because I'm not much good in the world if I'm outraged all the time. I don't know who else feels like that, but I really am not. So I have to control my outrage. I can have this conversation and send my mom a text at the same time. How you like that? Boop. Let's see if Marsha Morrow will come on here. We have to give her credit for, putting up with my silly ass all these years and giving birth. I have a funny story about why I was named my name, but it's probably not appropriate. So text me if you would like to hear it on the down low, and I will tell you the story behind my name or why I was named Mia, which was not very popular in 1965. Mia Farrow was around, but people were not naming their kids Mia. Now, I will also say all of the family members, all my family members, their names start with M. There's Mel and Marcia, my parents, and then my brother Mark and my sister Mindy, and then there's me. So that's all M's. Anywho, so I went to see that movie. Thank you, Allied Marketing. That was super fun. Random little shout out I'd like to give Kathy J, who's local here in town. If you're not following Kathy J, I don't know where the hell you've been, but she's been doing her own show, and she has it, I believe, on a local station, and then she broadcasts through YouTube and through her channel. It's really good. She had a guy on, what's his name? What's Les's name? And it was all about protecting yourself and cybersecurity. And I got to tell you, it was really good. And actually protecting yourself, like making sure your car's locked, all that good stuff. I will find it and I will post that for you because I can't remember his name, but he wrote a really good book too about, staying safe. Really good reminder though, to take all the stuff out of your car and start locking it. Because if you're just like, I've never gotten broken into, my neighborhood's really safe. Womp, womp. It's going to happen. All right. So anyway, back to Ketanji Brown Jackson. Hold on. Janine Cameron wants to know what's the story behind her name. Yes, the story behind my name. Please do steal that. I think that's a great. It's such a great thing because even the story that I heard about my name that my dad told me this week, I'd never heard before. And it's really it's really not something I want to share necessarily publicly, but I was definitely like, I'll be damned. I've never heard that. Now I know that my name means mine, obviously, and that is one of the reasons why my mom liked that name so much because she's like, I've had 3 kids. This last one is mine. So I am kind of a mama's girl, but I'm a daddy's girl too. So yeah, this week with the Supreme Court hearings, when you juxtapose what was going on with the questioning, uh, and the inappropriateness and the oh my God, Lindsey Graham gets the drama queen award for sure. Ted Cruz, and then that patient look that she had. When you juxtapose that with what happened with Serena Williams last week, with Jane Campion. Still mad about that, by the way. And then, go all the way back to, if you go check on Twitter, I'll post a link again of what happened with Serena Williams with New York Times when they posted the wrong picture. It's just like thing after thing after thing. But then you have, and it's funny, I was talking to my lash gal this week because I did get my lashes done. I got acupuncture done. I got my lashes done. But we were talking about Mitch McConnell's wife, who's super problematic, and then talking about just randomly the Supreme Court Justice's wife, which is Clarence Thomas's wife. And I was like, yeah, she's a problem too. And then I messaged her today. I was like, go and look on Twitter at Ginny Thomas, Ginni, and you'll see what a problem she is. Janine's right. I'm disgusted by the line of questioning. I mean, with the random book that Ted Cruz pulls up, like, here's a book written by a Black person with a title about anti-racist baby. What do you think about this? And I love, if you haven't seen it, that she has this beautiful, like 10-second pause of like, and 10 seconds is a long time when you really want to just rip somebody a new asshole. But here it goes. Ten seconds. I think that was 10 seconds. Anyway, hey cousin, how are you? Yay, good to see you on here. And happy gotcha day to Rita, your dog. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. And then here's a little interesting thing that happened this week. I got put in Facebook jail for 24 hours. Luckily, it wasn't on my birthday because you know how you're like responding to everybody of like, oh, thank you. And you know, your birthday greetings are really chaotic for everyone. But I responded to a post that Jadana Matthews Dingus, yes, did. I think Wednesday night. And yes, I heard it's a bestseller on Amazon now too, Janine. Isn't that awesome? So Jadana did a post, which by the way, it's the 8th anniversary for Margot and Max Cobweb. Sorry. And so she did a post about just some guy who was acting stupid. And so I commented back and said, okay, he probably needs a dick punch. But I think I put an asterisk in the eye of dick. That should be like a band name. Asterisk in the eye of dick. Hold on a second. I don't need a boyfriend. I just crack myself up. I really don't. I think I could be single the rest of my life. So far, I'm enjoying it. Anywho, and immediately I got a notice from Facebook saying, you have gone against community standards. What fucking community? I don't know. And that I could not comment or post for 24 hours. And then if I'm going to post in a group that the post efficacy, I guess, or the like importance would be diminished. So smack down, right? Now, if you are on Instagram for 2 fucking seconds or Facebook, yeah. And by the way, you all know this. Do not listen to my show with your kids around or without headphones. Just don't. You knew this. You've been warned. Anywho, if you're on Instagram or anything, Candace, you bring me joy too. And happy new grandbaby to you. I love that. Yeah, go follow Candace. I was talking about you today with Leslie Dahlkamper, that you are one of the reasons why I want to have a conversation with you is to tell me about all the candidates, because I need to know who is bullshit and trifling and problematic, because, you know, you can't always tell with their campaign. Anywho, oh, Cammie, thank you. I had a beautiful birthday week. Thank you so much. And there was a lot of great birthdays this week. Anyway, so here I am. I go and comment on Jadana's post. Now, the last time I got a warning from Facebook was another time I posted on Jadana's post. So I'm doing the math here, which is, yes, I'm posting any links that you want here, Candace. Thank you. That the only times I've been dinged are when I posted something on a Black woman's post to agree with her. I don't want to say that I'm suspicious, but I'm suspicious. And I think that's fucking suspect. And all of the content creators that I love on Instagram are getting dinged all the time, and they're getting squelched and they're getting diminished, right? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Candace. You know. And I know I'm not kidding. I literally told Leslie that I was like, there's 2 people. So besides you, I said, I'm going to talk with Shanika Carter and Candace Bailey to tell me what's going on locally. Right. Oh, Louisa. Thank you. Louisa. Hi, sissy. I love you too. You did a talk this week. I have had a fancy week, and I got to tell you, my introvert sweater is coming on soon. I've done a lot of peopling. Ooh, Momsy's here. Hi, Mommy. Thank you for giving birth. She said I was the easiest baby. I think she's just telling me that. I think it's because the other 2 kids were huge. And I just came slip sliding out. Sorry about that, Mom. Anyway, so again, I was in Facebook jail for 24 hours. And I know when I see the bullshit that I see other people comment, problematic white men, problematic white women, I I know I've been problematic, so I'm not saying that I'm not working on it. I'm a work in progress. However, I just see so much bullshit slide through that's bullying and threatening and whatever kind of adjective you like to use for this. Is that the right word? So I'm just calling it out. And what's really tough about that is that I can see why getting that warning could make you, for your business or for yourself, for the voice that you have, want to quiet down. So how do you balance that? And I'm still working on that as well, because I want to bring joy. My modus operandi is live large, have fun, right? But I don't want to live large and have fun from just a privileged perspective. Because what's that going to do? What's that going to do for the world if it's like, I got mine and I'm happy? But I also know, and Mommy and I talk about this a lot, that we can't do good if we're just sitting in outrage all the time. Yeah, Mike Bays, you're part of the conversation. I was in Facebook jail. So what happens with that then too is that I can't post on my groups and things like that. However, all I said was something flippant. Now, and I've also, and that was like, somebody needs a dick punch. I still think dick with a asterisk in the eye is very funny. But I, again, also know that it was because I was commenting and agreeing with a friend of mine, and she gets in Facebook jail all the time, and that's Jadana. And I don't go in Facebook jail when I make something flippant on a white friend's post. I'm just saying, hi, Christy. Yes. And that's exactly what I said. I was like, oh my gosh, I roll. They need a dick punch. Boom. Now, I got a warning a year ago, and that was also from posting on Jadana's page. And she gets in jail all the time because she says it like it is. Now, go and follow Margot and Max. She's live right now. She and I are going to do a live stream on this. But again, I also cannot, I'm not going to post trauma porn all the time either. People don't need to see that. So I'm a work in progress balance on that too, because I do have clients. And Mike, you know this too. Mike, when I had agreed, Mike is with People First with me. You know, I'm their podcast hosts, the Imagining a New Economy. Candace, I want to have you on that show. Hi, Macy. How are you? And Christy, will you post the link to your podcast episode on my show? Oh, I have a new episode out today, which was on fundraising, which was really, really fun. Great one on the shit we don't talk about. And we have a new episode out of the Imagining a New Economy podcast. Haven't posted on that yet, but that is Douglas Topolsky, I believe is how we said his last name. And he was all about telling a story of a very expensive bowl of oatmeal and why we should be okay with paying more money for local businesses. Hey, Andy Eisfeld, I got your message. Post a link to your business. This is a friend who lives from back home, who is back home again after being all over the world, and he is repurposing chairs. Yes, Mike, really. I'm not kidding you. Like, I do not take this lightly of being curious about why all of a sudden, after a year, you guys know, even my little conservative relatives were like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked that you haven't been in Facebook jail before. So I think we have to speak out, but we have to balance it. And Mike knows, even when I agreed to come and work with them, of like, everybody knows, if you're going to have me work as your brand ambassador, I'm not changing my personal message. And that is feisty and out loud. I'm going to speak the truth. Yeah, post that link. Thank you. Oh, and Mike, will you post a link to that? I will, if you don't have time, it's fine, hon. To the new Imagining a New Economy. And look at this white ass hair that I got head done this week. I'm just gonna wait until my grays actually come in, because I still don't have any grays. Oh, mommy, yes, mom's in Urbana. Andrew, post to my mom. He's got a kind of a pop-up shop over at Lincoln Square. Moms, isn't that great? Jill, yes. Somebody get me some money. Hey, Katie. Thank you, honey. Thank you, y'all. Listen, I love me some good blonde hair. I'm not playing around anymore with this. Anyway, I will say, yeah, I think we all have to have our messages out there. Uh, I love this. You can't be pro something by being against something or something like that. Mike, I do agree with that. I mean, I think that we can be pro for what we believe in. And that is a tough balance. It really is. Hey, India, we were just talking about you and your mom. Here, I'm going to flute this one side like that. India, post a link to your mom's show. Please, 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 please. Mike Bass, thank you, love. Thank you. Katie says she misses being blonde and tan. Well, I'm definitely not tan. I can't wait for that, but it's going to be fake. Ma'am. Hello, ma'am. India, all the stuff that you sent me came to my P.O. box. I have to pick it up tomorrow. Oh, good. Andy, thank you. Andrew, thank you for posting it. Sorry, I know you as Andy. Anyway, so again, we have to stand up for what we believe in. It's just if we're going to be, there is a balance. We have to speak out on what is wrong, and that's a really tough thing too, especially for women, because we're taught to be agreeable and demure and quiet, and fuck that noise. My God, right in the insert whatever you'd like in there. That's what she said. So that's the balance, because I don't want to be agreeable, but I want to preach out for what I believe in. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Mike. He says it's really, really difficult, really, really hard, but I do a good job of it. I'm trying, honey. And that really means a lot to me, because I do want to encourage people. Now I can't stop fluffing with it because it just makes me so happy. Ooh, I'll do it this way. Hold on. I do want to encourage people to speak out on that. But again, if you're, let's say, like people that are pet rescuers, a lot of times that they're just constantly talking about trauma, and horrible things that have happened, I have to tune it out because my heart can't take it that much. Candace, I think you're really, really good at that too. I love when you just post these super positive things, and then along with what's really happening and what's bullshit in the world. So please, and yeah, Katie, you're great about that too. India, thank you for putting in that. Yeah. I'm going to start saying it that way. FAWK, because I also like FAQ. Fuck you. Right? I'm telling you. Hey, Anna, what's going on? Dad is working on something. I have this on mute, reading subtitles. Good. Yeah. Always have me on subtitles for sure. That is a TWSS. Everything is a that's what she said. Insert in there. My world is just made up of having those moments when somebody will say something and I'm like, that's inappropriate. I am excited for something that I decided to go to last minute. Now, I know I told you, because yesterday I went and had high tea with Maya Parrish. Please go follow her, because now she's not only wine sommelier, but she's a local, what's that called when you have a notary? Yeah, I'm going to post Maya's link in here too. So we went to high tea at the Brown Palace, which is fancy as fuck. Golly, it's so much fun. And then I went down to the Arapahoe Libraries. My friend Jessica, who also has Night Out with the Girls, which is the early breast cancer education thing. She has a lot going on like I do. We went down there and they had brought in Oz Architecture, whom I used to work for 25 years ago. They're the ones that got me started in the punch construction industry. They came down there and had this open house for everybody to sit down and talk about what they would want for the new space that Arapahoe Libraries is opening up in their sort of public space. So it could be like meeting rooms and craft rooms and podcasting. And I have to tell you, when you get together with like 30 people, that they have brought out all this like drawing paper and whiteboards to say, what do you think would be great in the community? And Gina Schreck was there of the Village Workspace, and a couple other people from like local, what do you call that? Chamber of Commerce type of thing. That was cool as hell to be like, okay, let's throw into the bucket what we think would be great for the community. I'm just saying, that's my rant. Macy says, who haven't you worked with and where haven't you inserted? Do not ever stop, Macy, please. Insertion. Insert where? Ferg is here. Yes. On the other side, it's Ferg's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Insert yourself. This is my first drink. Again, I think I could stay single forever. Although Macy, if Macy has anything to say about that, I won't be. You just ate some cookies. Oop, that's what she said, right? You have only been alive, well, now 22, almost 23 years, right? Listen, you have to have fun or it's just not fucking fun. And again, that's one of my favorite things to say of like the live large, have fun is that that can be your credo. Like, let me hear so now we're what, 3 months into the year, kind of been a starter first 2 months, 2.5 months. So now how is everybody feeling about what's your word of the year, right? What's your phrase of the year? What's your BHAG, the big, hairy, audacious goal? That sounds like such a white person thing to say. Vodka, potatoes, never had it so good. Man, I'm drinking, show me your Tito's, right? You do need, I would love for you to come out and hang out with me. That's what I started to talk about was my introvert sweater. Kathy Wise went to high school with this girl, and we can call each other girls still. When you went to high school with somebody, it's always girl. So the introvert sweater, being an ambivert, so an outgoing introvert. So yesterday I went and had the tea. And then earlier this week, I was on the job site with a bunch of men. Again, bossing a bunch of men around, which I love and I get well paid for, but it is exhausting. And then I went to high tea and then I did the Arapahoe libraries. And then today I went and met with Leslie Dahlkemper, who again is with Douglas County Commissioner. She's a badass. Love what she's doing. She was also working with Phil Weiser, who's the Attorney General, talking about the opioid crisis here in Colorado and what we're going to do with the money that we got, which isn't enough. Little FYI. Your word of the year has been patience. Yep, 23 on May 29th. Yes. Patience is good. 23 was a good age. I can't even remember that. So, yes. So being with people that are involved locally, and again, this is why I love Candace, Shanika. I love Candy Cita Baca. Maia's involved as well. So a lot of folks that are local that I want to pay attention to because that's where it's really going to happen. I want to know, Candace, I want to know who you think is the best person to unseat Lauren fucking Boebert. Golly. That wasn't very Christian of me, but then again, me and Jesus have a very complicated relationship. I was at your ASMR. That's why I'm just like, let me tell you something about that. March is your January. I love that, hun. See, that's what I feel like too. I feel like that these were just starter months. This is when shit hits the fan in a good way, right? I think so. I think we'd say it in a good way. Word of the year is hustle. I like that. I like that because I think you embodying that is so much better than like a Gary Vee kind of thing, like hustle culture. No, it's not hustle because you've already started on third fucking base. So I don't want to hear about your hustle. I want to hear about hustle from people that are actually in the trenches getting shit done. And that is you. Anyone with a pulse and a moral compass. I agree. Seriously. Bye, Anna. Love you, sweetheart. And I'm taking you made it there safely because I know you texted me when you were on your trip. Let's talk about this. Now, I do think that when they're talking about, they're saying, oh, that Clarence Thomas should recuse himself. Too late. You should have recused yourself before. I don't want you to recuse yourself any further. I want you, and I know this is really tough. This is really, really tough. But he has actively proven that he cannot police himself. Ironic that I'm using those words with a black man, but he cannot. He really, really cannot check himself if he couldn't even say, not only say, I'm not going to vote on, that I'm not going to vote on the January 6th ruling, but that he should have just said, no, I have no opinion on that. He actively said no to January 6th. He needs to step down. I agree with that. Hey, TN, you would need a word for Q2. I do too. I would like a word for Q2. I'm open to any suggestions for me. Jesus doesn't insert like you do. Now, I am getting, you know who I'm getting into is that Lao Tzu, not Sun Tzu, Lao Tzu. I'm getting into Taoism. Who's into that? Anybody? Bye. I agree so. I agree so with that. What kind of English was that? Hello. See, and I also think proper English is fucking colonialism and perfectionism. How you like me now? Yes, I would like a word for Q2. Again, don't you think we should go with Q2s or like quarters rather than just for the year? Because who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how you're going to get started on that? Anyway, listen, uh, we did. We did. And guess what, Candace? We're not even paying attention to why he got in trouble in the first place. And I still think Biden's problematic too. I mean, he was part of that. I mean, if you see the footage of him from 30 years ago during the Clarence Thomas hearings, I was 31 at the no. Yeah. I think I was 31 at the time. Yes to quarterly words, absolutely. Period. Put the T on the end of that too, right? But we're forgetting how problematic he was then. I do love that we are hearing from people now saying like, ugh, we made a mistake then. So I just find it so ironic though of that coming up. Like you think if that was something that was a Republican thing or that the Democrats had done, oh my God, they would be beside themselves. They're still talking about this fucking book in the Supreme Court hearings anyway. So yeah, I mean that to me, that actually really scares me. I know it was bad when Drew, my podcast producer, messages me. He's like, I am fucking pissed. Like, I know, dude. I know it. Yeah, absolutely. Amen. Restorative. Ooh, I like that word, Anna. That's nice. Oh, that's a really nice one. Who else has some good some good words? Ooh, let me do I have the cards out? If you guys don't know, I'm packing up to go nomadic. Ooh, I hope the back of my head wasn't a problem. Because I sometimes think the front is all good. And then I look at the back. It's not very good. Right? I didn't pull a card last week either. Hey, let's totally veer. Talk about the Oscars. I haven't seen most of the movies. I don't want Power of the Dog to win just solely based on the fact that it looks like such a really painful movie to watch, and I'm still mad at Jane Campion. Damn it all. Why? Why do people have to say stuff? Anywho, any opinions on the Oscars? I'm going to be watching it at TJ's house. Now, listen to me. TJ Sullivan is the king of the Oscar party. I mean, he used to have these enormous Oscar parties. That's what she said. Back in the 90s. It was the 90s. And so I'm going to be at his house watching it. And I mean, that was the original. That's my original person to watch the Oscars with. Power of the Dog was really bad. And you know what, Tian, I'm going to trust you. Oh, post your links to any of the movies that you've been loving. Anna, you know what? I will take that. It's sitting in a burlap bag and still rock the house. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. I am trying. Oh, Heather says she loves it, cousin. Tell us why you loved it. Defend that position. Well, you don't have to defend yourself, but tell me why you loved it. Now, I think I might see is it The Lost Daughter? First of all, because I do love Maggie Gyllenhaal. Please talk me into liking Olivia Colman, because I was so mad when she won for The Favorite a couple years ago. And I think for two reasons. One, because I thought that movie was so awkward and awful. But I know a lot of people like Olivia Colman. Gigi, if you're out there, I know you love her. Cousin, you probably like her too. And I think that movie, from what I understand, was a really important movie for anybody who's a mother, which is not me, but it was sort of this unflinching look at motherhood. And, having these conversations with my mom. I mean, Mom and I are talking about when she was pregnant with me, and this is why we were trying to do this sort of this ancestral healing specifically on this birthday. Not trying, we did. She was telling me that when she was 8 months pregnant with me, she had this like horrible sinus infection. She had a 3 and a 4-year-old. I think my Aunt Shirley came to visit with her couple kids. My daddy was working because he was trying to make a living, and she was 24 years old. pregnant with her third kid with this horrible sinus infection. And I was like, oh my God. I was like born out of just awful, like, just doing your best kind of thing. So shout out to all the moms out there. Just embrace that perfectionism and fuck anybody who tells you otherwise. Trying. That's what she said, right? Tell ya. Okay. So you said, I'm waiting for my mom's fashion. Oh, your mom's fashion commentary is top. It's really good because so India's mom has this beautiful consignment shop in Grosse Pointe in Michigan. She's doing a live stream right now. And I mean, gorgeous. And the windows are like award winning. India, post some links to it. So, when she comments on awards fashion, it's not just more of a like an observance. It's more from a very, very fashion standpoint. Yeah, top knots. I am still live. Yes, I am, boo boo. Holly's here. Hi, Lovey. There's my girl. Hoo hoo. Owls. Jane Campion drama. I will post a link. But basically, at the Critics' Choice Awards last week, Jane Campion wins Best Director. So big coup, female director. We know that doesn't happen that often. Jane Campion also directed The Piano back in the day. Last week, I said that she was from America. She's not. I was wrong. She is Australian. And Ferndale. Thank you, babe. You guys are in there. Let's just go with Grosse Pointe in Michigan. Then we'll figure out the Ferndale. But yes. Oh, yeah. Post a link, please, please, please. So last week, she's basically comes out, wins the award, and takes a shot at the Williams sisters who's sitting in the audience and said, listen, I know y'all are great, but you don't play against the boys. Oh, and she even later on apologized. Oh, but it wasn't even like it was just so bad. It was like, why would you have to do that? Why do you need to take a crack at any other woman? And I know it from being somebody who started working in the 80s, worked in insurance that was my first career for the first 5 years of my business career I was a commercial insurance agent. Definitely, although women are in it, it's still, everything's male dominated. So, I grew up in that thing of like, oh my gosh, what a badge of honor to be the only woman in a room or to be the first one to do this. It's not now. I don't want to be the only woman. I don't want to be the only person that's doing that. If that means that it's just me and a bunch of men, I don't want it. I don't want that normalized. So with that being said, Jane Campion, who's probably about 5 or 6 years older than I am, comes out, and that's how she's got to make herself feel better. Like, I know you all are great, but you play against men. Like, my God, it's so much like, why would you do that? Why, how much off tone could you be? So she did apologize. Now, again, this is what I said last week. This is coming off the heels of Serena Williams already having the picture of her sister in an article in the New York Times, like that, just thing after thing after thing. So that's why I'm not. Yeah. Dumb. Exactly. Problematic. So I had a friend tell me the story that she was going to catch a train and she'd gotten a new outfit and it was super cute. And she had cut the tag out of the back. So you know how sometimes they put the tag right in where your butt crack is, which is so uncomfortable. Ooh, India, thank you for that link. Thanks, babe. And so she said she's walking up to the train platform and this woman kept saying, ma'am, to get her attention. And she turns around and she said, there's a hole in your pants. So apparently, and she didn't feel it, but there was a whole ass hole in her pants in the butt crack. So she'd been walking up the stairs. Nobody had said anything to her. And she said that it was a Black woman who had told her. And I said, I got to tell you, after this week, I wouldn't have said shit to a white woman. I want to let your ass hang out. So you're lucky that she said anything to you. So with that being said, please follow the content creators who are doing the good stuff. I will post some links in here too. And what are you doing to not be a problem? I have to ask myself that all the time. Katie says, I had a phone interview with a woman today who's the CEO of a capital markets group who hires mainly women and wants to build us up and give us the same opportunities as men do. Her mission sounds absolutely amazing, but she has 2 stars on Glassdoor. Not sure if that's a warning sign or not. I'm so glad you crowdsourced with us. I don't know. I think that's interesting. So let me think about that one. And if anybody has any input on that, it would be good on that as Heather Coleman Voss. Somebody ping her in here because she would be really, really good for that. Maybe she's a strong cup of coffee and somebody was disgruntled. Happens. Okay. Anna's jumping in on that too. There you go. It depends on how many there are. But I think intuition, not to be goofy and woo-woo, but I love being goofy and woo-woo. Intuition is really good for this one too. But I would like anyone to weigh in on that. And then if you would like her to send you the link privately, we can do that too. Katie also says, I wish more women felt comfortable with that. A woman once told me I got my period on my jeans. She's on my Facebook and we had coffee and we built each other up. Right there, that right there, folks, that's what it's all about. That and the hokey pokey, obviously. I mean, like we need to, first of all, we need to normalize having period stains. Half the fucking population has had or has a period. Why? In God's green earth, don't get me started about the luxury tax. Colorado, by the way, love Colorado. Make sure I'm going to let you know all of the people that you need to support in Colorado for the 2022, no matter where you are. If you feel like donating, normalizing that period stuff. Good Lord. I mean, how much shame. I loved now in my last couple of years when I was having a period, just walking up and being like, what's the price on these super tampons? Hey, how much are these? Normalize that motherfucker. Okay. Pink tax. Yep. Pink tax too. Yep. Luxury tax. Pink tax is and pink pricing. Oh my gosh. You guys, please, all of you, go Google that. Google pink tax. Google how much the same things cost that happen to be geared towards women as opposed to geared towards men. I mean, it is unbelievable. Boys diapers cheaper than girls diapers. All kinds of stuff. Who's got some info on that? You bought pads today. That's my girl. Get it. Here we go. Janine wants to know, what's the Glassdoor comments? Glassdoor is what you can go and check out, kind of more of a transparency for companies and see what people talk about who have worked for them. Very interesting. You haven't had a period in 80 days. Oh, that's right. How are you feeling, by the way, honey? To no period. Yes. Golly, I love being in menopause. I love being in menopause and being on my Pelicom bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. On that note, Jeff Higgins is here. Hello, my friends. How are you? It is Friday again. Nice to see you. My first Friday is 57. Getting older is not for the faint of heart, but I wouldn't change it. But I will always carry tweezers on me. How's that? Yes, you're on progesterone. Good. Me too. I just started back on progesterone. I was on too much. Lucky. That's my Napoleon Dynamite voice. I'm all over the place. It's 6:45. I'm going to get off of here soon. That's what she said. Here's your card. 57. I'm telling you. Oh, hi, cousin Sheila. Nice to see you. I continuously explore mysterious doors that always lead to more. Look at that. I love that. All right, here we go. What's happening here in this picture? What is that? All right, I got to read what this says. If you're stuck in an older teen relationship or career that is no longer serving you, it's time to unfurl your new leaves and grow. You didn't come to this planet with your mama's magic portal to squeeze your butt cheeks real tight and reserve your talents. That's what the butt cheek says. It's time to strap on the unicorn horn and wings, open spread eagle. Too many. There's too much right there. There's too much. And blast off into new experiences. When you explore mysterious doors, they always lead to more doors. Infinite opportunity and treasure awaits us. If not now, when? It is a booty. Bootylicious. I still can't figure out what's happening here, though. I'm going to take a picture and post it. Oh, it's like a little little things to open up your booty cheeks. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Thank you. Yes, 57. Cousin says, girls asked me how old you were, and I said, no, I do not look younger than you. Absolutely not. The girls just, you know what? It's just the girls just see you all the time. That's how kids are. That's why I don't have kids. They're so ungrateful. I like other people's kids, though. Strap on unicorn horn. That's right, Steve. I love that. Absolutely. Steve, post your links to your salon or to your spa place where we can buy not spa place, we can buy all your beautiful clothes. If you guys have seen some of the things that I've worn that Steve has, designs amazing. Yep. Let's see what else we have. Here we go. Women are the number one consumers. 85%, if not more, of overall buying decisions are made by women. It doesn't matter how much money we make the buying decisions, even if it's somebody else's money. Woo! Women are the number one consumers. We have so much power. I'd like to join an organization like that. P.S. I understand that about Glassdoor. My comments are the comments about the company under Glassdoor. I know. Sorry, honey. I was like, I bet Janine knows about that. I don't know. Katie will answer that for you. Why do I need a period? I'm queer. You need it because of creativity and the hormones. Those hormones that we have are fucking fancy, but I understand. It's fucking pain. I know. Same thing for me. Steve sells studios. Beautiful work. Telling you. What's your next show, by the way, Steve? I wish I could come on Sunday night. Oh, that sounded weird too. I wish I could show up on Sunday night. I will not be there because the Oscars is Sunday night. Kathy, who has 4 kids, 3 kids. Kids are weird. That's what you and your husband always say. They are. I do love my friends that are like, oh my God, with the kids. And I just hold space. I hold space as the auntie mama, but I also hold space of like, God dang. I'm happy I didn't have kids because I can sit here and go, that was less of an opportunity for me to fuck something up. Not that you all did as parents. I'm just saying for me, my God, I think I would have been an awful parent. I'm a good pet parent though. 4 kids and 2 stepkids. Yep. Sacral chakra Khan. That's right. Exactly. This chakra Khan, the sacral, the orange creativity. We all have that. Steve, your sacral chakra has got to be crazy off the charts with how creative you are, darling. Possibly for any health benefits for mobility, heart health. That's right. Wayne Dyer talks about it. Love it. Amen. Amen. I am your auntie. Thank you, darling. I am a good auntie. Other than that, man, I would have just. But I love being a safe space for parents to talk about how tough things are. I just think it wasn't talked about enough. That's all there is to it. All right. I'm going to get Audi 5000. Let me do one more card. Hold on, please. I like this one. Mike, I'm going to post a link to our new podcast. Again, I have a new podcast out. One on imagining a new economy. Very expensive bowl of oatmeal. You'll love that story. It's so good. Mine is, the newest one is about fundraising, which is really good too. Today, I will create some dope ass shit. Who's in? Today and every day. Boop, 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 boop. I love the black and white ones they have here too. All right, here we go. You are creatively explosive like a supernova. You play connect the dots with the stars and you chew up asteroids for breakfast. When you create, you trigger infinite galactic parties full of stardust, shooters, cosmos champagne, and extraterrestrial bong rips. I got to see that up close. The sun just initiated 111 solar flares in celebration of your triumphs. The moon just lathered herself in glitter and went streaking for your grace. As you honor your creativity, the universe honors you. It's time to make some dope ass shit. I'm going to say people. I think that one is for you, India. All right. I will post a link. I'll post a picture of these two. Look at it's 6:45 and it's so light out. I don't know, daylight savings time. It doesn't freak me out too much. I love you guys and love your inner beast. And we hug until we heal. I love that too. Thanks, Mike. I love the people in my world. I surely do. All right. I'll see you next week. I'm sure I'll have a rant about that too. Jean, hold on. Let's close with this one. My kid would be so independent that by the age of 3, they would be making their own breakfast. Doing chores and handling business. You're good with Sir E and Savannah. Yes, you are. But you are going to cook dinner for me in 2 weeks with the kids. I love you. All right, y'all. I'll see you next week. Bye.